As promised, James Hirsen, the sequel, our friend Newsmax insider, the aforementioned Mr. Hirsen, who writes the Left Coast report discussing all things Hollywood. And we've talked about the Sony computer hacking. There is the reputation of Bill Cosby, which has just fallen apart. The BBC reports Mr. Cosby is countersuing a woman who accused him of sexual assault back when she was 15. Allegedly, he is claiming that she is attempting to extort money for him. Now, for purposes of full disclosure, James, you are an attorney. What do you make of the countersuit and the possible legal strategy here?
Well, this is a very common tactic that's used in these situations. It's, when we have high-profile people accused, they often have a countersuit, but it's risky. And it's really risky in this case because this particular individual was 15 years old at the time of the allegations, and the LAPD is launching a current investigation of these allegations. I don't know whether they're doing it for symbolic reasons or not, but what the Cosby camp risks is actually thrusting this higher into the headlines. What Bill Cosby, his brand has been irrevocably damaged. What he needs most of all is to get out of the news, not in the news, in my opinion. And this is a tactic in terms of, actually, its winnability in a legal case. I think it's very, has a very remote chance of winning his countersuit. But the suit may also have a remote chance of winning. So he's looking for a settlement, I believe.
James, with that in mind, do you think Bill Cosby's career could ever recover from something like this?
It won't recover to the extent that it was, and it's a tragic loss. I miss Cliff Huxtable. I want to see that sweater-bearing dad. I feel like there's just too many allegations that came from sources that are far too credible. And the more that the public actually sees the accusers, the worse it is for Bill Cosby.
James, we want to take it to another topic. Alicia Keys has released a new song called We Gotta Pray in response of the mass protests that we've been seeing throughout the country following the deaths of 2 black men at the hands of white police officers. What's been Hollywood's response to these instances?
Well, first, addressing Alicia Keys doing that, Questlove, the band leader on The Tonight Show, issued a social media call, if you will, asking, artists and songwriters, calling for a new Bob Dylan to have them address these emotional issues. And I think that's not bad, that's good. That's the beauty of America. That's why we have First Amendment for free expression and go to it. The problem with, the reactions to both Ferguson and the New York incident, and it's understandable, but it's all emotion and it's not based on fact. Particularly the New York case, which is so tragic and horrible to watch the video. The problem from a legal point of view is, when we're talking about indictments, we're talking about criminality, criminal negligence, and the only thing that we have displayed really in terms of the facts that we know is a level of negligence that likely would fall below criminal. It would just be police procedure being breached, although that has to be looked into.
James Hirsen, as always, we appreciate your insights both as an attorney with the fine points of law, but also as a cultural observer, because we know the media, whether motion pictures or recording artists and songs they produce, can have an effect on the collective emotion and the culture and tenor of our times. Thanks for checking in this morning from the Left Coast as our Newsmax insider. Well, there is more ahead here on America's Forum for this Friday. Please stay with us.